Welcome to the second version of the church management system. ChurchQ is the domain to the system, and a lot of updates have been made in this second release. And I'm going to take you through the features. And for those who are new here, basically this is a complete church management system with the attendance management, the membership management, events management, with the assets management, with the finance management. It has a lot of features, and I'm going to explain all of these features, or maybe I'm going to show you how it works as we go on. But then I'm going to demonstrate how the system works with the development environment, the sandbox. But the domain to access the system, it is churchq.org, churchq.org. I think I'll attach the link in the description if I remember. And then I'm going to demonstrate here with the development environment, but then it just represents what is here on the production environment. So now to register to the system, you click here on the register. You click on the register. You click here on the register button, and then here you will fill in your name, your username. Actually, the username should only contain letters, numbers, and the underscores, and also the username should be very unique. So here I can choose any username. Let me use Wekesa. Remember, there's no space. It only entails the characters here. Of course, you can use any other things, you can use letters, numbers, and also the underscores. But then I've used this Wekesa, and then here I'm using my first name, last name, and then the email address. Of course, you need to provide your accurate email address because all the communication will be made via that email. And then there's also the affiliate program. Like when you refer someone, I will get paid based on the referral. Like once that user signs up to the system, and then I create the church, and then I subscribe, then I will be receiving a 30% of what they had subscribed with. And you can use that amount to there will be actually the referral code. You'll be using it as your coupon code in the next subscription if you wish to use the amount on the next subscription, or if you need, we can send you directly to your account the money. So in the event, for example, you want to promote that person who had referred to you, basically add in the referral code here. So let me go to the next. Actually, I'm going to show you how it works. Here I'm going to add in my password, and I make sure that I'm using the strong password until all these things are checked, and then repeat the same password, and then you can add in your phone number, and first of all select your country. Select your country. For me, I'm in Kenya. I'm going to select this a number, so it should begin with the country code. And then you click here on the create account, then your account will be created. So you'll use the same username or the email that you used to create the account, and then the password as well, the one that you just used to create the account. Then you click on the sign in. Now when you sign in, like you have limited features because I don't have any charge or anything like that, so you'll have the limited features, but one of the cool features is the affiliate program. So once you have the account, you're able to refer people, and then I'll get paid. How do you enroll to the referral program? So basically you click here on the second tab, then you click here on the affiliate dashboard. You click on the affiliate dashboard, then you click here on apply now. So when you click on the apply now, then automatically you will receive, actually your dashboard will be created. So let me refresh here, reload. So you can see I have now this code, and then when you go to my to my profile here, I'll be able to see the referral code and then add the link. For example, if you want to refer someone to register, basically you'll be sending them this link. Okay, let me try to see if I can demonstrate somewhere. I don't know if I have another browser. Okay, let me try to sign out first, and then let me use that link. So basically when you use this link, the system is going to extract the code, and then it's going to use here automatically. So if like you're not sending the link, then use the code. You saw the option for using the code, so you can copy the code and then manually paste. Or if someone sent you the code, the referral link actually it will automatically extract. So so basically that's how you activate the affiliate program. And then now once you have the, like, you refer people, then you'll be able to track everything here. You'll be able to track how many referrals, and then the total earnings, and all this information. Like the system is going to track everything. But then let me show you how you can request a new church. Now, first of all, you have to click on this request a church. Then you'll be taken here. Now, on the request church, here you'll click again this request church button, and you have two options. Now, for example, if you have a church, if, for example, there's a pastor who has a church, but then they want to assign other people, for example, to manage the members, or maybe to manage the finances, or maybe to manage the assets. So basically, they will be joining that existing church, and then now the pastor of that church will be assigning roles to those members to manage those specified roles. However, if you want to create your own church, then you'll be clicking here on the request a new church. So first of all, let me demonstrate how to join an existing church. To join an existing church, you click here, and then you will search on the church. Now on the development environment, I only have one church, so let me select that one. Then perhaps I can say, for example, to help pastor or something like that, and then you submit. Now when you submit, when you submit the request, then you will be automatically assigned. Okay, like you will be automatically created that account. Like you will be okay, like basically for this one, the admin of that church will have to approve you. The admin of that church will have to manually approve you for you to enroll to that church. Otherwise, we don't want, for example, someone to just join a church and then try to begin to manage everything here. So now the admin of that church will be able to manage. So let me log in with the admin. So basically, the admin of that church will perhaps try to just approve you, will manually approve you. Then once you are approved, and then on this other side, once you are approved, then you'll see now you have you are in that church, you are in the ICT church here there, and then still you have limited features because you are all there just a member. So the church admin will be able to assign you roles. Like for example, let's say go to the leadership, and then let's change the role here to local admin, something like that. And then here you'll see that you have more features have been unlocked. So basically that's how, for example, joining an existing church it will be working. But then I'm going to demonstrate how to create a new church. So first of all, for you to create a new church, actually your role should be first of all a member, so that you can request a new church. So now, because I'm a member, I can request here a new church. So let me just create a demo church. For example, let me just say my church, and then my email address. You will select the country. If your country is not listed, you can add in your country here, and then say, for example, to manage my church, and then you click on the next. Then here you will provide now the branch name of that church. Actually, you'll use the same church name. Like you can have, for example, there are churches that have many branches, so you'll have to specify, for example, where it's located. So here you'll use the same name as the church, and then here you specify the region, and then the address, and then you can add in some description if you wish. Then you click here on the submit the request. So when you click here on the submit request, basically there are some atomic transactions that are going to take place, including like creating the church for you, and creating the subscription for you, and then updating the payment status and other things. So it's going to take some time because of those atomic transactions. But once it's done, then when you refresh here, now you will see that you have my church. But then you'll not automatically see the all the churches Okay, like all the features, you'll have to first of all log out to the system, and then log in again, and then now when you log in again, now you'll see that you have more features, like more features have been updated. Like, yeah, there are more features, including the subscription status here. Now I want to walk you through some of the features. On the church management, first of all, we have the dashboard. So basically on the dashboard, you're able to see the statistics, the basic stats about the church. So at the moment, it's just a new church, nothing there to show. But then for members, now the updates that I said that we've included here, we have implemented the a bulk import of members. So you can add in members one by one. For example, Nehemiah Wekesa, then the date join actually should be today. Then the category, for example, you are a single person, married, then a designation like your role. For example, you are a pastor, self fellowship, like for example, for the accountability, perhaps you are pastor, or maybe where you are located in that church. Remember, it's optional. For example, let me say central fellowship. Okay, I don't know. That is spelling for central. I think, yeah, central fellowship. And then let me just say Hamsel Pastor this one. And then so basically that's how you'll be adding manually. But then, for example, if you have members in the Excel, you want to upload them, then I will be using this second option, bulk import. Bulk import. First of all, you need to have the template. You need to use the template. You need to use the template so that the data is accurate, like it's formatted well for the bulk of the upload. So let me show you some of the features. So basically, these are the information that will be providing. So make sure that your data is structured this way: full name, email address, phone number, category, designation, date joined, residence, cell, fellowship, and pastor. So once you have that data in that format, then what you'll do is just to upload. Once you have filled all the members in that Excel, then what you'll have to do is just to upload the members to the system. So you just click there, and then you go to where the file is, or maybe the Excel is, and then I just import it. You'll import it, then when you click here import, then the members will be imported here automatically. So this is one of the cool features that we have included. And of course, you can manage the events here. For example, let's say Sunday service, Sunday service, and then the category of the event, perhaps a Sunday service. Then you can specify the time, and then a description if you wish to add in. And then now, so basically, for example, if you have that event now, for example, at the church, you want to mark the attendance. So you'll just be clicking here on the attendance, or you can click here on the event attendance. So when you click on the event attendance, of course, you'll need to, because we have just added new members, you will need to import these members to the events. So the members are in the events, and then now you can be able to mark attendance. So instead of like manually typing in a book, you can just mark the attendance. So here you can click here to mark them as present or absent. Absent is like this. And then the second option is to mark them as first time visitor. Perhaps a member has just joined the church for the first time, so you'll be marking them as the first time visitor or not. So first time visitor, when it's yellow here, it is first time visitor. If not, then it will be like that. And then as well, you can search for members, for example, and Nehemiah, so you can be able to search member and mark them the attendance. So there's such functionality. Yeah, so that's fine. And then okay, on the leadership role, so you're able to assign the members the roles. Now at the moment there are no more members here, but if there are many members, you could assign new roles to them. Okay, create new roles to them. But at the moment there are not much members. And then this marketing I'll explain in the future. And then the programs here is, for example, if there are weekly programs. Now this one I'm not going to explain on this one. But then this is in the event, for example, you have the weekly program. You want to say, for example, Monday, what will be happening? Like, for example, there will be prayers, there will be worship, things like that. So it will be like just to showcase, or maybe to have a program, or maybe the timetable to show what will be occurring perhaps in this week, daily or monthly and all that. But then this one I'll demonstrate later. And then now on the finance management here, you can track the finance. Remember, this is strictly at your dashboard, at your portal. It is private, like for your portal, strictly for your portal, on your portal. And then okay, you can have like at least the statistics. Actually at the moment there are no much information here, but in case you add in something, then this will be your dashboard to show the statistics. Now there's income management. You're able to add in the income. You can specify the category, of course, should be in the income. Then perhaps this was regular offering, and the amount was, let's say, 2 million. Then it was in cash. So for cash, there are no transaction reference. So you just click there, and then it will be added. So for example, if there's another one, for example, it is Thanksgiving or a building, and then the amount that was given was that amount. Then perhaps it was M-Pesa or bank transfer. You can just add in the transaction code for the reference. That is not a must. And then yeah, so basically this is how you'll be adding. Now this one, let me also update. Okay, yeah, so everything is fine. So we have now the income. So this income is going to work as our budget. Like for example, for expenses, we'll have to use the income. So on the expenses here, you'll be clicking here on the new expense, and then of course the church, it will be your church, and then you'll be selecting this expenditure. And then we want to make sure that the amount you want to use, it is within the budget. Now let's try an event. For example, the expenditure surpasses the budget. So let me have that one. For example, let's say this is to build the church. And then so now you can see I'm getting this error that the available budget is 22 million, and then I was trying to use, I don't know how many billions here. So you want to make sure that it is within the budget, within the income, like the expenditure and the income, they are in sync. They're in sync. So you have to make sure that the expenses you're trying to use, it is within the budget. So that's one of the feature there. And then yeah, so you want to make sure that everything is within the budget. And then yeah, so if it's within the budget, then it will accept. And of course you'll have perhaps members will be listing the income and the expenditures. Then there will be another person to approve, but this person is the super user for the church, so they can list in that at the same time approve the amount. So they will do that, and then you notice that it is detecting here automatically, like this is the available budget, like it is deducting like automatically. So and then there everything is working well. Then now you can see the dashboard. Now it's updated, like more information are now included. Then you can generate the financial report. For example, it's custom. Then you can specify, for example, from this first date to today, and then you're able to generate the report. Then you can view the financial report for the church. Yeah, so this on the finance. We also have the assets management. So basically you're able to list the asset for just managing the asset for your church. So you can say, for example, how many speakers are there, you've assigned who the speaker, or maybe where is it now, for example, their maintenance or things like that. So you'll click first of all here the add asset, and first of all we have the single asset, and then we have the bulk upload. Now for example, if you have someone who is adding the asset, listing the assets in the church, then I will later upload. So you can make them like write in a CSV or Excel, then I will just upload them. So but let me demonstrate how to write one okay, like how to create one. So for example, let me say microphone, 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 and then the number of pieces, perhaps it is 2 pieces. Okay, 2 pieces. Actually, this one we don't need to have this the quantity, this number of pieces, or like any of this is the same, just to show the information. Like this unit here, for example, this event, for example, the units are in kilograms or they are measured. So I'll be using this one. But then for things like microphone, here you just say 2 or whatever. Then the condition, perhaps it's new status, it's available. Then a purchase date, it was on this date, it was purchased on this date. For example, the cost, let's assume it was 10,000 Kenya shilling. And then at the current value, of course, it should depreciate. Let's assume it's now 5. This should be 10,000. 10,000. And then location, perhaps Nairobi currently. And then, for example, if it has the warranty, if not, leave it at that. Then you can. Of course, I forgot to create the category. Of course, the category could be either movable or a fixed asset. Now, fixed asset is an example of a land or something that's not movable. So that's a fixed asset, something like a land or a plot, something like that. But then a movable asset is like, for example, the speaker. In this case, microphone is a movable asset. And then you click here on the create. Of course, you'll need to add information like you can choose to add in, for example, the description. For example, the microphone, what a description, and then you can specify. For example, if it doesn't have the warranty, you will specify the date that it was purchased. You just specify the date it was purchased, and then just click here on the create like that. Then now that's how it will be created. Now in the event, for example, you want to do a bulk upload, then you will click here on the add, but you will be using this second option. And first of all, you'll need to download the template. You'll need to download the template, and then at the template, then you will fill in this information. Okay. So you'll fill in this information about the asset name, the category, description. Of course, the category should either be fixed or movable. Then the description, the purchase date, cost, all this information. So you'll fill in all this information. Of course, there are more information here just for the reference instructions, but this is where you'll be filling. So once you have all the information filled, and then what you'll do is just to upload it. How do you upload? Here at the bottom, we click here on the select file, and then you'll be using the asset import template. Then you'll first of all preview the asset you're trying to add in, and then you click here on upload. So now we have 2 assets. That's great, and both of them are movable assets, and that's how you'll be adding like assets. Then for example, if you want to assign someone an asset, basically you'll have to assign. Actually at the moment just one user, so you can say, for example, just to manage the speaker or something like that, to make someone in charge of it. And then for example, there's a maintenance, the speaker has been broken, you want to do a maintenance, you'll have to select the asset, for example, speaker, and then it was preventative or maybe corrective. Then the user, at the moment you only have one user, but if there are many users in your church, then you'll be selecting either of them. Those who joined using the join an existing church option, then you can specify the cost for the maintenance, perhaps for this is corrective, right? Yeah, so let's assume it was 3,000. Then to fix the microphone or something like that. But there is it a microphone? Yeah, microphone. And then so once done, then I just click here on the create, and then it will be listed. So you'll have now to we have provided a the easiest way to manage the assets on your church, so that you are accountable. You can make people be accountable, or maybe you'll be able to manage the assets well, so that in case of anything you're able to track it. And then, of course, I demonstrated the affiliate program, and we have the profile. Okay, the profile information, the event, for example, you want to update your personal information, that's how you'll be doing so. And then security, you're able to change the password, church requested, and then if you want to deactivate, actually, for if you are the local admin, and then above there are members in your church, so you'll not be able to activate your church, okay, deactivate or maybe delete your church automatically. You'll have to request us to deactivate the church, but other members who join your church will be able to leave the church. Now I want to demonstrate the subscription. The subscription is a very small amount. Remember, subscription is it is per church basis, not everyone. Like for example, if in a church you have several admins, so if one of them pays, it's going to cover for that church, So it's at per church level, not everyone. So only the church admins will be subscribing. And how do you subscribe? Okay, how do you subscribe? To go to the subscription tab, and then I will click here on the plans, or you click here at the top, upgrade plan. Now you'll have, first of all, have 3 days trial, and I remember for 3 days, even if 1 second is detected, then it will be counting from 2. So that's why we are rounding down to 2 days, but remember it is 2 days but with some hours there, because it was 3 days, but because some seconds have been detected, so now it's now counting to 2. So you click here on the upgrade, and then you'll see here the plans. The plans, at the moment you are on the free trial, but you're able to select the month. Yeah, so at the moment I'm in the development environment, that's why you can see this amount, but the actual amount, it is 350 startup plan. Standard plan, it is 450, and then at the premium plan, it is monthly, it is 550 monthly. Now this based on the features. Now for the starter, this one it can accommodate up to 500 members. For example, if your church has less than 500 members, then this could be suitable for you. And if you don't have many events per month, and also the attendance and all this information, so then this will be suited for you. For standard, this one is up to 1,000, then this is 25 events per month, and then there are many other features here. And then for the premium, you don't have any limitation, you can have as many members as you can. And then now the semi-annual is similar to the monthly, only that here you have the discount because you are subscribing for many months. So for the 6 months or at the semi-annual, you'll have the 10% discount of the same, and then the annual you'll be having a 20% discount. So if you say subscribe for the annual, you'll have the opportunity the discount. So here, let me select this one for demo, at the starter. I'm going to select it, and you'll have, first of all, to preview your subscription. Then you'll first of all go through the terms of service and the privacy policy. Once you accept, you feel you are comfortable, then you click on the accept, then you can continue to the billing information. Now this billing information, this is strictly for the billing purposes. Remember, everything is in full compliance with the Data Protection Act 2019. So this information is strictly for the billing purposes. And then once you are done that, then click here on the continue. And then at the moment we have 2 payment gateways. We have M-Pesa and PayPal. We add in more, including the DPO Pay. So here I'm going to demonstrate with the M-Pesa. So for M-Pesa, you just add in your phone number. Don't include the plus, but it should have 254. It should have the country code 254, but don't include the plus because a plus is already included. So begin with the 254 and then your Safaricom number. Remember, it should be the Safaricom number. Another thing, that number should be on, that phone should be on. And then the other thing, the phone number should have the amount you want to pay for it to be successful. So let me try to pay this one. I'm going to click here on the pay. Then I will receive an STK push on my phone. I will receive an STK push on my phone. I'll receive an STK push on my phone. I can see it's here already. And then once I enter my PIN, then Actually, there are many things that are going to happen as well. The atomic transaction, including updating the subscription status and generating the invoice and some other details. So it's going to take some moment, but once it is done, then you'll be redirected to the success page. You'll be redirected to the payment success page, where it will have all the details for reference purposes. So it's going to take a couple of seconds, but then once done, you'll be redirected here. So you're able to see this payment success with all this information, the transaction code, the receipt number, and more information. And you can get the invoices here. You can get the invoices here. So when you click here on the view, when you click here on the subscription, then invoice, you're able to see the invoice. The invoice has been made, and these are the information here. Yeah, so we have this invoice, and then you're able to even download. You're able to download also the invoice. Now for future purposes or the reference purposes, so you have that one. You have that information, and then of course, if you want to have also other billing information, like if you want to just take other information like the payment history, you'll be able to see here as well. You can as well view the details on the payment history. Subscription details as well, you'll be able to see the subscription details. Now it is counting 29 days because for 30 days, if one second is deducted, then it will be counting to 29. But it was a that day plan. So now I can see also at the top the status has been changed. So guys, basically this is how the system works, and you notice that there's a lot of features. There's a lot of features on the system, and we'll be unlocking other features as you understand how to use the current one. We don't want to like give you more features that will make you struggle to understand how to use the system. So familiarize with the current one, then I will be unlocking other features as we continue. But then in case you have any question, or maybe something is not working well, or you have any question, then click here, send the feedback. Click send the feedback, and then you can write us the information, or maybe you can even contact me. I think I'll be able to attach the contact. I'll be able to attach my number in this video if I remember, but you can reach us through this form, and then I will be able to address the issue. So basically this is how the system work. In future I'll demonstrate how the events work, and the marketing the event. For example, you have an event, you want to market them, then I'll be demonstrating that one as we go on. So basically the system, to access the system, you're going to use ChurchHQ.org. You're going to use what? ChurchHQ.org, and then you'll be able to access all the features on the system through the process that I've just demonstrated. So great people, that's how the system works, and until next time, this is Nehemiah. Goodbye.